I was on 6th today, right down the street from Old Block.
What's up, everybody? Chicago Money and Motivation Saturday, coming from Chicago and surrounding areas. Today we got a lot of topics, speaking about a whole bunch of things. 4 beautiful young women here.
What have you learned from your last relationship?
I learned about myself. I'm a runner.
Ooh.
When things
She's
get
a runner.
bad,
She's a track star.
I run. So I definitely learned that
you
about myself.
You don't want to get hurt.
I don't. When things get bad, I run.
Hey.
So I learned that about myself to try to figure things out, see if it can be worked out. But that's new.
How do you feel about that trait about yourself?
I feel like, okay, so I'll say that it has worked pretty well for protecting myself. So, like, I haven't been through a lot of stuff that a lot of women may have been through. Because I'm like, I'm out of here.
Yeah.
But I feel like I may have missed out on some good things. Or, or we could have just worked it out and moved forward.
Yes,
but I ran, so I understand that aspect as well.
And how about you?
So no current. You saying like previous?
Yeah.
Last.
I think for me, just when people show you who they are, believe them. Because I feel like with me, sometimes I see what I want to see, and I feel like, no, he can be this. But he's showing me that he's not.
Right.
Okay.
And I kind of just like, no, he can be, and it's like, just when they show you who they are, believe them.
Mm-hmm.
So you say show who they are and believe them. You running. You don't know.
I do know.
So you've never been in a relationship
it's a compilation of a lot of things.
But it's
Are
considered
you
a
asking my
simp.
personal?
Yeah, your
Personal
personal
opinion.
definition of like what's considered a simp.
I feel like
I'll
a
tell
simp
you
is somebody
afterwards.
that's messing with a woman only for what she look like or like what she like clout basically like.
No, I don't think. I
That's
think
not a
me.
simp
I don't
to
think
me.
that's a simp.
A simp to me.
One at a time. Go ahead. What's yours?
I don't think.
Well, she asked the question.
Yeah, I wanted to know your definition, but I feel like it's okay for a man to think that a woman is beautiful. He should. Like, I don't think that's wrong for a man.
But
I don't think
that's
that
the only
makes
reason
that
that
a
he
simp.
mess with her.
A simp,
But that's what's going
it's
to
not
attract a
about.
man in the beginning anyway.
I like where you going. But just hold it.
A simp.
I want to hear everybody's, and then I'm gonna let you come back to that, because I think I know where you're going, but I definitely
Yeah,
wanna
no,
hear that.
I was just saying, I get what you're saying. Like, it has to be more. But I feel like sometimes it's like, people want to paint pretty women or beautiful women as just bad, or like I'm like, it's natural for a man to be attracted to his woman. I don't think there's nothing wrong with that. That don't mean you a simp, but yeah.
What's the simp part?
My definition of a simp.
I mean, if he's
Hold on.
if she's just like evil, mean to him,
She's not caring, she's not nurturing, she's not affectionate.
But what's his characteristics, not ours? Because we know what women gonna do with a man like that. But what's his characteristics if he's a simp?
If you a simp, I feel like you're ignoring all the signs.
Right, you have no
A
backbone.
woman, no,
She
he's
don't care
not.
about your soul, your spirit.
No, that's not. A simp is not a person that's manipulated.
Right,
A simp is a person that accepts
right.
a
Okay.
woman treating him less.
Yes, yeah, I agree.
He's not being tricked.
He knows
He
it.
understands,
Yes.
but he's okay with it.
Yeah, I agree.
That's a simp.
Because the man that is in his purpose, this is how it goes.
Yeah.
A man has a purpose. Without a purpose, you're not a man. And with that purpose, here's where you are a simp or you're a man. If you're willing to alter your morals,
You're
and
a simp or you're a man.
I
There's
got
no
you.
in between.
I got you. No. If you're willing to alter your morals and your purpose for a woman, you are a simp. Because as a man, your purpose is the most important thing. Because every woman in the world will follow your purpose when you have one.
In past relationships, when I've had really good men in my life, I didn't know you was good because, first of all, I didn't know what good is. I'm afraid of intimacy. My stepdad and my mom argue.
What
with
is
each other.
intimacy? What is intimacy that you're talking
Intimacy
about?
is not being afraid to be close to a person, not being afraid to be open. When you are scared, you telling a person you scared. I didn't even know I was scared. That's what. I didn't know I was scared, and I don't even have enough in me to tell you I'm scared. That's a double whammy. I'm 32 years old. I get it now. When I come across a man that's a good man and he's good to me, and I'm feeling scared, now I can talk to you about it.
What was the switch point, if you don't mind me asking?
I don't know, shit. Shit, this
Were you
is
in a
why I'm
relationship? No.
looking.
So were you in a relationship when this switched?
I think that the good men that I've had in my past.
See, no, you're going talking too many. You say you're 32 now and you figured it out. At what point did you say enough is enough?
Seeing a therapist or something?
I am seeing the therapist.
Oh, that's awesome.
That's part of it.
That's
Yeah.
I see a therapist every 2 weeks.
Did your therapist tell you to go back to one of those 5 good men that you met though?
We haven't even touched that threshold of relationships.
What do you look for though? How do you get invested?
Like how they react to things, like how they
Overreactive.
how they act when they get angry, or you know
Can't
how they
take a little
react.
bit of a
Yeah, right. Can't take
rejection,
can't take reaction.
Can't take a
rejection.
no, or I'm not okay with that.
That, right.
Take a loss.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I do stuff like that, and like I said, I be pretty on. That's why I said I'm a runner, and I know that. But I be like on stuff like that. Like we didn't even date. He helped me with my tire, and we never went out on a date. And I'm just like, he kept me like, can I come over your house? I'm like, no, like you, I'm getting a red flag. And then finally, I'm like, that's okay. I don't think we should talk no more. He like, oh, you should be careful. I'm like, what? Like, never went on a date with him, never kissed him, never nothing. He just helped me with my tire one time because my tire was flat. And he threatened me because I didn't want to talk to him.
And I think I probably traumatized
why did you let him
her because like this is my sister, and I think she's seen like situations that I've been in, and I feel like I'm a leaver. Like I don't cheat back or anything, but like if a man wants to do him, I let him do him, and I leave. It never turned out well for me. Like I dealt with men like I had to get restraining orders because of how I was. Like you want to do you, I'm okay with that. We gonna separate. You gonna do you. I'm gonna be here. He breaking in my house. Like fucking up my cars, and so I feel like by her being my sister, I think a lot of that traumatized her because I went through a lot of shit where I feel like
you went through.
They wanted to kill me, and in 2 situations. No, I'm gonna say one. I feel like he was gonna kill me, so I feel like that traumatizes her as well because she's seen things that I go through. So now her flag's up. Like,
well, let me
How
ask
do
you
you
this question.
look for that?
No, go ahead.
Oh, my fault. Yeah, I was just like,
It be signs.
it be signs.
of
The
course
signs
there's
was there.
signs. What are the signs you look for now?
I feel like you have to watch where a man is when he's happy, when he's sad, when he's broke, when he's upset, when he don't agree with something you do. You have to watch the way he reacts.
But
And if you can tell a man not all the way there if it's something this small
Right.
and he just blow up and you just like
But you had this more than once though.
no, I had to take that back
Okay.
because the second time it wasn't that.
Nearly bad.
With my children's father, that's when it was terrible.
I was a toxic motherfucker, so I was attracted to toxic motherfuckers. So at the end of the day, if you dealing with a motherfucker like that, obviously you played a part in it yourself because you accepted that motherfucker. And you see, this is the thing
Because
about
of
now.
love.
This one thing about it now.
That's true.
We avoid red flags.
I know I
You feel
avoided
me?
them. I could take full
And-
accountability that I avoided all his red flags.
And like me for example, or whatever it is, like now if I get in a relationship, I don't really look for that word love or whatever. I'm looking for like a spiritual connection. You know what I'm saying? Something mentally, physically, and spiritually. You know what I'm saying? Because if I chase
that's
that
what's
word
up.
love, I'm gonna avoid all the red flags,
Right.
all the shit that I should avoid. And you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna accept this person. Then later on down the line, this motherfucker
Gonna disappoint you.
just fucked up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And like a question I was asking somebody yesterday, we was talking at work or whatever it is. I was asking, I'm like, so, you know what I'm saying, you feel as though you need, I'm like, what is it that you do that you feel as though you deserve a good man? Like, what is it that you actually do?
You have to be a good woman, and everybody's definition of a good woman is different. I feel like you have to bring that man peace. You have to pray for that man. You have to comfort him, nurture him. You have to
Support him.
You have to just support that man and everything he do. So I feel like if you a good woman, you deserve a good man. I'm gonna stand on that. And everybody's
What is
definition.
a good woman?
And you will.
What is
I just
free-
gave you
what-
some examples, but everybody's
That's a good point.
definition
She's
is
right, she's
different.
right.
Peace and
Everybody's
happiness is
definition.
internally though. It's something that
That's
you have
true.
to,
If you
have
gotta
to
have
deal
peace
within
within yourself, but that's true. But a lot of men want peace in their home, and I'm big on that. When a man is out in the world, he already got enough fighting to do.
When he come home, in his home, it should be peace. It's that house should be clean. That food should be made.
You should be able to
you should
add
be
that.
bath. Let me wear your bath water, baby. How was your day? Like, you should bring peace.
So-
I feel like when I meet a man, I'm looking for my father. And can't nobody uphold that level that he had me at because he was a man.
So you should have been single your whole life then.
I feel like that was my flaw because I was looking for my daddy and everybody because the way he provided, the way he
Right.
protected, the way he was just this family man. It's like every man I encounter, I'm like, I'm looking for my daddy and you, and that was not realistic.
But you have yet found that though, right?
I feel like I found that currently, yes I do, but
You feel as though you found it currently.
I do.
7 years.
7 years what?
Y'all been together?
No, you know him for
No, I know him over 20 years. We've been
Oh.
back together for about 5 years.
Back together. So you went backwards.
I did.
Okay.
But when we broke up, it wasn't because of issues or anything. It was just we was teenagers. We was kids.
Immature.
It was just we was immature. So it was just life. We never had no bad blood or nothing. No fighting, no cheating, no nothing. It was just we was kids. And we went our separate ways, and then we just kind of found our way back to each other.
So let me ask this question though. So why is it that when women have relationship problems, they go to women who can't keep a man for
I would
advice?
never. Baby, I would never. I ain't going to no woman that ain't got no man, can't keep no man. You can't tell me shit. You can't tell me to leave my man, how to keep my man, what to do with my man.
Right.
Baby, where your man at?
Right.
I would never.
Right.
If anything, if I got a problem, I'm going to my mother. That woman was married for 50 years. She knew how to keep a man. If I got a problem with my man, I'm going to my mother. And we're going to talk about it. We're going to pray about it.
What's y'all perception of the black man?
I'm not going to put no limitations on black men because all black men are different.
Right.
They try to say like, oh, black men ain't shit, all this. No, all black men not like that because my men not like that. So I'm not never going to just put all y'all in one category because it's still good black men.
I told you, I
It's
have
still
more.
good black
It's
men.
still good black men out here.
Black men, more good black men than bad.
So it's like when women just down talk black men, I kind of just excuse myself for that conversation because that's your experience. You're not gonna put that on me. My daddy was a good black man. My man is a good black man. My brother a good black man. Like that's your experience.
Exactly.
That's not mine. I'm not gonna sit in that with you. Pray about it.
Okay.
What's your perception of black men?
I mean, I agree with her. Like, I can't say like, oh no, my dad was good, my brother is good. Like, I've had like good examples. I feel like probably in general, like things could be better. I mean, like the whole community could be better.
Yeah,
like,
black
the
women.
marriage rate is like low. It's like
Okay.
25%
It's really
in the
low.
black community. It's really low. So we could do better about that. We could do, better with like families, marriage, commitment. We could do better as a community on that. But that's what, like she said, I've had good, examples of black men in my life. So I can't say, just dated. I dated a white guy, Mexican guy, Persian guy. Like it was just like dating different races.
I dated outside my relationship. I mean, outside my culture, myself or whatever it is. And off my experience, I ran back to my women.
Yeah.
I just feel as though me personally, because I spent a few years, growing up around Caucasian people or whatever it is, So I kind of learned who they was, So I dealt with them before, and I dealt with a couple individuals outside the country. I just feel like they don't understand black men like the black woman understand the black man. You know what I'm saying? So that's what made me run back to the black woman. I'm like, oh hell no. You know what I'm saying? These motherfuckers don't understand.
They don't
You
get
can
it.
put on that front, make it seem like you do, but at the end of the day, once you learn their culture, you're like, oh no. They just like the same, the enemy over
don't
here,
get it,
whatever
right.
it is. No, they don't even know who they is. So
Right.
I'm finna run back to the person who know me, you know what I'm saying? The same, my culture. You feel me? I ran back to him.
Yeah.
And I watch porn. And these white dudes, they be doing all type of shit to
Because
the
they're
shit.
fetish.
Come on now, let's talk about
Black
it. They
women
let
are
them
fetish
do every
right here.
motherfucking thing.
That's a
And
fetish.
that's a fetish.
It
Why is that a fetish? After
why-
all this shit that
That's why we
happened.
don't date them. See, I'm not your fetish, sir. Hell no. And if you looking at me
But
like
my
I'm a
thing
fucking
They do
fetish,
everything.
Absolutely.
Black women
that's why I won't date a
black women
white
that
man.
white
'Cause
dudes
you
do
not
shit
finna
to them
get
with
off on
sex.
some nigga
That
sexy
white dudes
bitch.
do
No,
shit
get the fuck
that
outta
a black
here.
man can never do.
Absolutely.
I don't know.
I don't agree with that.
That a white man can never
I
do.
feel like
They do
that-
I
all
don't agree
type
with
of shit.
that. Some women grew up in households where they seen their mom do everything by herself. So they might be like, I don't need no nigga, fuck a nigga. Me, I always had a fantasy like, I want to be like my mom and my daddy. I want a man, I want a husband, I want love. Every woman is different.
My mom had a man.
It depends on how they were raised.
Herself, and I knew that. I knew at a very
It depends on how they were raised.
My mama did not need my stepdaddy here, but he here.
So that's
and
what.
he contributed, absolutely.
When you meet a woman, you need to get her background. Because you will understand by the way she thinks, the way she
She
thinks.
had confidence about herself, like, I don't need
If you know her background, did you grow up with your father? Did you know your father? Was your mama married? You ever saw love? You ever saw true love? You ever saw marriage?
Like the woman's supposed to be on the man program. It don't matter how successful she is. Her goal is to make that man's dreams come to reality.
So you telling me
that's
that
her goal.
that's
her goal. That's her primary goal. And he's going to make sure that she has everything that she needs. And she can still be her own person and her own self and all that. But her goal, my lady, if she's going to be my lady, she's going to have to be on my program. So I stay in the basement apartment.
So you telling me this?
She's going to have to be on
So you telling me this? Hold on.
in the basement apartment. Hold on. She ain't in the basement apartment.
Hold on. When she said dating your bracket, this is what she said.
This all I was talking about. Y'all took it like money.
If you got a basement apartment,
why you dating a woman that own a 3-level home?
You need to go find you a section.
You should date a woman that got a basement apartment.
No, she got to date me. She got to get on my program. It don't matter what she got.
So you want to date a woman that's making this much, that got this much?
She got to get on my program.
That doesn't make sense. Why would you just date a...
First and foremost, first and foremost, one of the best women I ever met thus far, I was standing in the basement. You feel me? I was. And she introduced me into how to manage money and how to invest money into real estate or whatever, etc. You know what I'm saying?
Agree. Okay, I agree with that.
And
she lifted you up.
Her year, and that's what it's about.
Okay.
So that means if you got some. So this is the point I'm trying to make. This is the point. Wait, hold on. This is the point I'm trying to make.
Because a lot of women, we bring y'all up and y'all get up and y'all leave.
No, we not still together because I was a selfish individual at the time. I was a selfish individual at the time.
We build y'all up. We get y'all credit together. We get y'all man together. And bring y'all to this level. Y'all
Let me
go.
explain something to you though. This is what I'm saying. So you asked, are we still together? No, we not because I still was an immature individual at the time.
I'm glad you can admit that.
I was my dick still. So, but what I'm stating is.
But you do appreciate her. You appreciate her.
The lessons that I learned from Adam.
I'm gonna take that.
What I'm stating is this because when they say that you gotta go with what you gotta go. This the problem with black relationships now. Why it's not successful? Because man feel as though leading means you gonna do whatever I say. Leading really means protecting the whole. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, okay. So if I got a ship at the end of this, how I look at it. If I got a ship, look, baby, you gonna get on this ship. I'm driving this motherfucker. I know how to drive the dog shit out this motherfucker, but I don't know where the fuck to go. My woman in navigation system, she gonna get on this motherfucking ship and she gonna show me that direction. Let me finish talking.
That's a bad example.
This how the generation is now.
You lost when you said you can leave and you don't know where to go.
How you gonna leave me? No. Y'all ain't here. You
can't leave me to a desert, baby. No more.
This how the generation is now. This how the generation is now. You know what I'm saying? Okay. People, the black culture these days, they don't know the history of this skin color right here now. You know what I'm saying? These days, right now, the woman image is so debunked and so deleted. It ain't got nothing to do with slavery because we ain't talking about slavery.
What are we talking about?
Because by you talking about slavery, if you really know the skin color of this shit, a black woman once upon a time was a warrior. You feel me? A man really wasn't. If you really want to learn
I don't want to be a warrior in 2023. Can I be in my South Korea era?
No, this is what I'm saying.
I don't want to be a warrior in 2023.
When we on the ship,
you look soft.
She don't know how to drive, but I know how to drive.
I don't want to be a warrior.
She don't know how to drive, but I know how to drive. It got to the point so bad that you had to go so far back 20 years prior and me to go to this nigga that you met 20 years prior.
You
say you with him now, right? Are you with him?
Baby. I was single, minding my business.
Are you with him?
I was single and minding my business. This man came back and reached for me.
Are you with somebody from 20 years ago?
I knew him for 20 years.
Answer the question.
I knew him
somebody from 20 years ago?
For 20 years. Yes, I did know him for 20 years.
Are you with somebody from 20 years ago? Yes or no?
I knew him for 20 years.
Yes or no? Answer the question.
This is a trick question.
Answer the question. Are you with
because I didn't reach back for nobody.
No, reach. Are you in the If you gonna say that, you
yes, I knew
her.
it for 20 years. Yes, I did.
You with somebody from 20 years ago?
That I knew for 20 years. Yes, I am.
That you knew prior to the 7-year domestic, toxic, abusive, physical, mental, spiritually, terrible ass relationships. Are you with that individual before them? Yeah. So why you talking about this man living in a basement and saying that I got a house, which is debt, honestly, because you don't own it, you still paying property taxes.
Oh, here we go with that. Here we go with that. Oh my God! I'm not even get started on that because you just paying somebody else to making them rich. I can sell my house right now, and baby, I'm gonna profit from that. So I'm not gonna get on that rent and own it. Cause to own it's an accomplishment. You would never take that away from me. To own is an accomplishment. Owning and renting is not the same. You would never tell me that. It does not matter. I could pay my mortgage for 10 years. Listen. My mama just sold the house she had for 17 years. She bought it for what? 500 and some thousand.
Yeah. We ain't talking about your mama.
We talking about my mama.
We talking about my mama.
No, we don't talk about my mama and my daddy. No, we don't talk about my mama and daddy. She just sold her house. She profited $300,000. When you move out your rented apartment, what you gonna profit?
You was debunking this man who stay in the basement.
What are you gonna profit when you move out that rented apartment? You can never convince me, baby, that renting is better than owning. You would never.
The missing piece to a puzzle of a man is a queen, a woman. You feel me? That's what he meant, a queen. We not talking about no hoe. We not talking about no.
And I'm gonna follow my king. If my king want to lead me somewhere, he say, "Baby, if we go this way, we gonna reach greatness." I'ma sit in that back seat, say, "Baby, drive this motherfucker." But you just told me you gonna drive me somewhere. You don't even know where we going. We might end up homeless, bro.
That's what I need in my life. I need that woman in my life so I can be greater.
So you want the woman to tell you where to go. So you want the woman to lead. So you an alpha.
You ain't hear me.
You a beta.
What do you She don't know how to drive. I do. I don't know how to direct. I don't know how to go west, south, east, or north.
You want y'all both to lead. You want to drive, but you know how to lead.
This is the exactly number one reason why black relationships are not lasting. They are failing because the woman have no idea of her part. She's independent.
So do you want to lead or you want y'all both to lead? Because I just need to know in the beginning. He said he want to drive, but he wants you to lead him where to drive.
He's a protector. A leader is a protector. Look at the wolf pack.
So y'all both gonna lead then, right?
I was on 6th Street today, right down the street from Old Block.